Do you think it's possible to draw a somewhat realistic face in an hour or less? Stay tuned because in this video I am going to find out. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies and you're watching Marlies Draws. So have you ever tried to draw a realistic portrait with color pencils and then after drawing like 10 hours realizing that you were far from finished yet and then still having to shade another 10 hours and then even 20 hours isn't that much, so you can even go on for like another 10 hours more? Well, I was wondering, isn't there a faster way to draw a portrait? So I went to my local art store and I bought these 3 copic markers, which were, by the way, shockingly expensive, but I do hope they are going to speed up my drawing process. And I set this challenge for myself, which is, can I draw a somewhat realistic face in an hour or less? With the help of these copic markers. If I only have an hour to do that, then somewhat realistic is probably the best it's going to be. I also would like to point out that I upload a new drawing related video every Friday where I'm going to do drawing tutorials, speed drawings, art challenges. So if you like that sort of stuff, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to also hit the bell notification because then you get a notification every time I upload a new video. So now after we got all these promotional things out of the way, let's draw! So I had this great idea, at least I thought, of how to track time, and I even taped my watch to the table and set it to stopwatch mode, and then the screen went to sleep after just a few seconds. Which is so silly and I so could have known that, but I'll just add a digital timer in the top corner of the video. Now the sketching part is really stressful because I never made a portrait sketch in only 10 minutes. It usually takes me over an hour, so I'm really going faster than I can here. And I did draw some helper lines. I usually draw an entire grid, but I don't have time for that. And obviously I can't make this face so it actually resembles the reference photo I'm using. And because I'm going so fast, I keep making mistakes and I spend more time erasing than actually drawing. And at this point I think it looks really awful and I'm starting to become very afraid that the end result is going to be just horrible. But we'll see, the hour isn't over yet. Anyway, the first 10 minutes have already passed, so I must stop sketching now and proceed with the markers. And I'm struggling with those. I really thought they would be less dry. It's like the moisture is being sucked into the paper too fast and I can't blend the edges and it just looks smudgy. And in preparation of this video I actually tested these markers on my Canson Bristol paper, which I usually use for drawing, but they felt even more dry on that paper. And then I realized I had this book of Canson the Wallpaper, which is supposedly meant for markers, so I figured I just used that. But they still feel very dry, I don't know. Maybe markers just aren't my thing. I am using 3 different colors of markers, by the way, 2 skin tones and 1 slightly darker tone for the hair. And maybe if I would have more time for those markers it would be easier, but I'm rushing so much now and I'm quickly going to move on with the slightly darker tone to create some shadows, which actually makes the face look a little better. Or at least less flat. And I did make it within 10 minutes. I actually have a few minutes left, which is wonderful because that gives me a little more time for the colored pencils. So the main thing that makes realistic drawing with colored pencils so time consuming is that it takes so much time to prevent your drawing from becoming like grainy. When making strokes with the pencil that are too large, the drawing is going to look grainy and it's possible to see the individual strokes and that just looks ugly. So either preventing this by drawing very slowly and carefully with a sharp pencil, or fixing it afterwards by filling in all the lighter parts of the graininess with a sharp pencil. It just takes so much time. So I think that's going to be one of the main problems here, and thankfully I said I'm going for a somewhat realistic drawing rather than for a real photorealistic drawing, because in the 40 minutes I have left I have neither time to prevent the graininess nor to fix it. So I am going to speed up and then I'll get back to you once the time's up. Well, I guess I did it, and it even looks kinda okay. So to finish it off, I'm going to quickly draw some hair, and then I guess we have a reasonably realistic looking portrait. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. See you next time. Bye bye.